Most people think real wealth comes from one big move, a huge income jump, a lucky investment, a business that suddenly takes off, one perfect decision that changes everything. But for most people, that is not how wealth is built. Real wealth usually starts quietly. It comes from small habits that do not look impressive in the moment, but keep working in the background year after year. Automatic investing, cash reserves, controlled spending, fewer payments, boring consistency. None of it looks dramatic at first, but over time, those habits start to compound. They create stability, then momentum, then options, and eventually, the results become hard to ignore. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 quiet habits that make real wealth almost inevitable, not because they are exciting, but because they keep working even when motivation disappears. And if you're tired of chasing flashy money advice and want to build real wealth in a way that actually lasts, subscribe to the channel. Every video here is designed to help you create more freedom, more options, and less financial stress. Habit number 1, they keep money moving automatically. Quietly wealthy people do not rely on motivation every month. They rely on systems, because motivation changes. Some months you feel disciplined, some months you feel tired, distracted, stressed, or tempted to spend more than you planned. A system does not care how you feel. That is why automatic transfers are so powerful. The moment money comes in, part of it should already know where to go. Some goes to savings, some goes to investments, some may go toward debt payoff if you are still working on that. The key is that the money moves before lifestyle can absorb it, because if extra cash sits in your checking account too long, it starts to feel available. You find ways to use it. A dinner here, an upgrade there, a purchase that feels small in the moment. But when the money leaves automatically, you do not have to debate with yourself every time. You pay your future self first. And over time, automation turns wealth building into a default setting. You are not trying to be disciplined every single day. You are building a system that stays disciplined for you. That is why systems beat willpower. Willpower gets tired. Automation keeps going. Habit number 2, they protect their cash buffer. An emergency fund may look like idle cash, but it is actually one of the most important wealth-building tools you can have. Because cash does something that investments cannot always do. It gives you calm. Quietly wealthy people understand this. They keep a financial buffer, often around 6 months of expenses, in accessible cash. Not invested, not locked away, not somewhere they have to sell assets at the wrong time just to reach it. That buffer protects their decisions. Without cash, a small problem can quickly become debt. A car repair becomes a credit card balance. A slow month becomes panic. A job problem forces you to take the first option available. But with cash, the same problem stays smaller. You can handle it, recover, and keep moving. And that changes how you think. When you have a buffer, you are not constantly operating from fear. You can make longer-term decisions. You can invest with more patience. You can avoid pulling money out of the market just because life got expensive for a moment. That is why boring cash matters. It may not grow fast, but it protects the wealth-building process. It gives your investments time to work. It keeps emergencies from interrupting your progress. And sometimes, the thing that looks like it is doing nothing is actually holding everything together. Habit number 3, they turn raises into assets before lifestyle. This is one of the quietest habits that makes real wealth grow. Most people get a raise and immediately let their lifestyle expand. A better apartment, a newer car, more eating out, more upgrades. And because the income went up, it does not feel like a problem. But this is how lifestyle creep starts. The raise comes in, spending rises to match it, and after a few months, the extra money disappears into a more expensive version of the same life. Quietly wealthy people handle raises differently. They freeze their lifestyle for a while after income increases. They keep living mostly the same, and they redirect the extra money into investments, savings, or debt payoff before lifestyle has a chance to absorb it. This does not mean they never enjoy their money. It means assets come first. Some of the raise can improve life today, but the first move is to make sure part of that extra income builds freedom tomorrow. And from the outside, nothing may look different. Same home, same car, same routine. But behind the scenes, more money is moving into assets, less money is being wasted on upgrades, and wealth starts growing without a visible change in lifestyle. Habit number 4, they avoid payments that steal future freedom. Large recurring payments can make someone look successful while quietly slowing their wealth. A new car payment, credit card balance, personal loan, oversized housing cost. or expensive monthly obligation may not seem dangerous by itself, but together, those payments can take control of your future income before you even receive it. That is the real problem with debt. It is not only a number, it is future freedom already promised away. Quietly wealthy people are careful with this. They understand that every payment creates a claim on tomorrow's paycheck, so they avoid letting too many obligations pile up, even when they can technically afford them. They may drive a paid-off, reliable car instead of constantly upgrading. They may keep housing costs below what they qualify for. They may avoid consumer debt because they know every monthly payment reduces the money available for assets. And when they become debt-free outside the mortgage, everything changes. Money that used to go to lenders can now go toward investments, savings, or income-producing assets. The paycheck has fewer claims against it, cash flow gets stronger, options start to open. That is how freedom is built, not just by earning more, but by keeping more of your income under your control, because the fewer payments you owe, the more of your future belongs to you. Habit number 5, they invest boringly and stay patient. This is the habit that turns consistency into real wealth. Quietly wealthy people usually are not chasing every hot stock, every crypto trend, or every investment people are bragging about online. They understand that flashy investing often brings emotion, attention, and bad timing, so they keep it boring. Broad index funds, retirement accounts, steady contributions, a plan they can follow whether the market feels exciting or scary, and that patience matters, because wealth is not built only by investing once. It is built by staying invested long enough for compounding to actually do its work. The first $10,000 invested starts the identity shift. The first $100,000 in net worth starts building real momentum. And after that, your assets begin pulling more weight over time. But you only get there if you stay in the game. That means not panicking when the market drops, not abandoning the plan because of headlines, not constantly switching strategies because someone online made something else look exciting. Boring investing does not feel impressive in the moment, but year after year, it quietly separates people who build wealth from people who keep starting over. Because patience gives compounding the one thing it needs most: time. Quiet habits become loud results. These habits do not look dramatic day to day. Automation is quiet. A cash buffer is quiet. Controlled spending is quiet. Avoiding debt is quiet. Boring investing is quiet. But over years, they create a very loud difference. Because wealth is not usually built in one big moment. It is built by habits that keep working when motivation disappears. Money keeps moving automatically. Cash keeps you from making panic decisions. Raises become assets before lifestyle. Fewer payments keep your income under your control. And boring investing gives compounding enough time to do its job. That is how real wealth starts to feel almost inevitable. Not because every month is perfect, but because your system keeps pulling you in the right direction. So start with one quiet habit this week. Set up one automatic transfer. Build your cash buffer. Redirect part of a raise. Pay down one debt. Or increase your investment contribution by a small amount. You do not need to look wealthy while becoming wealthy. You need habits that keep working in the background. If this helped, subscribe to the channel for more videos on building real wealth quietly and creating more financial freedom. And let me know in the comments, which quiet habit will you start using first? And if you want to keep going, watch the next video on the signs someone is secretly wealthy.